Welcome to another virtual education presentation by the Humane Animal Welfare Society. Today we're going to talk about another of the 5 freedoms. The 5 freedoms are standards of care developed to make sure that animals being cared for by humans are getting everything they need to be happy and healthy. The 5th freedom that we'll be talking about today is freedom from fear and distress. Before I start talking about how to provide this freedom for our pets, I want to get definitions for these 2 words. Fear is defined as an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. And distress is defined as extreme anxiety, sorrow, or pain. On this slide, we have a frightened dog. Which of the things on the page next to the dog do you think he might be afraid of? We have a tennis ball, a thunderstorm, a cat, a girl, a veterinarian, a vacuum cleaner, and a car. Chances are that you chose some of these things based on what scares dogs that you know, or by trying to imagine what might actually scare a dog. But in reality, any of these things could scare a dog. A dog might be frightened of tennis balls if it has had an experience with one that was frightening. The same thing could be said of the cat, the girl, or the car. Or maybe the dog is frightened of something because he hasn't had much experience with it. We're the same way. Oftentimes we fear things that are brand new to us. But animals don't all think and react the same way, and they each have their own individual opinions. We can't tell a person how to feel, and we also can't decide how our pets should feel. While one dog might love all people and not get frightened by strangers, another dog might see that same stranger as a scary monster. Part of our responsibility as a pet owner is to do our best to avoid putting our pets into scary situations. But unless we know what our pets look like when they're frightened, how will we know what those situations are? We need to know how to read our pets' body language and actions so that we know what they look like when they're expressing different emotions. On this page, we have cats with different expressions of body language. Which of these cats do you think are frightened? These 2 cats are scared. Oftentimes, animals will hide when they're frightened. Sometimes they'll even try to defend themselves or give other warnings that they're going to become aggressive. This is a slide from the Freedom from Discomfort video. Some animals like to have a hiding place for when they need to get away from too much stimulation or if they get scared. Which of these animals would like a place like that? This was a tricky one because all animals need a place to go when they get frightened. Part of our responsibility is to keep our pets safe, as in this photo with the dogs that are on leash. But that responsibility goes beyond keeping their bodies safe. We also have to try and make sure our pets feel safe. And we have to go by what the pet is feeling, not by what we think they should be feeling. A lot of the freedoms interact with the other freedoms. Providing your pet the freedom from distress includes A, freedom from hunger and thirst, B, freedom from discomfort, C, freedom from pain, injury, and disease, D, freedom to express normal behavior, or E, all of the above. If you said all of the above, give yourself a gold star because you were absolutely right. Remember that distress is defined as extreme anxiety, sorrow, or pain. Providing the first 4 freedoms help prevent anxiety, sorrow, or pain. Here's a true-false question for you. Fear and distress can cause medical problems. The answer is true. We know that fear and stress can cause disruptions to our immune system, making it more likely that an animal will get sick. It can also cause heart problems and disrupt the digestive system. Additionally, it can cause behavioral issues. Most aggression displayed by animals is actually a response to being afraid. Anxiety can cause litter box or house training problems, and when animals are stressed, they'll excessively perform repetitive behaviors. A hamster using a running wheel isn't a problem, but a stressed hamster may use it too much. And some animals will even hurt themselves in reaction to anxiety, like this bird that has plucked its own feathers. I hope you've been given some things to think about today. If you have a pet and want to provide freedom from fear and distress, learn about the body language of your pet and research ways to help your pet with whatever distresses them. Thank you for joining HAWS Virtual Education Activity today.